Hello everyone and welcome to Zeepkist Cup of the Day. For those of you who don't know how this works, we get 10 minutes to practice a map we have never seen before, after which there will be 2-minute elimination rounds where the slowest players get eliminated. This week we have a map made by agix. One is fresh, the other is dried. What could that mean? In other news, I haven't made an announcement, and I keep meaning to, but I've also, this week, moved from the US to the UK. So that's been a big thing this week that's happened. I am British now. I don't know what else to say about that, other than that's a thing that's happened. This is the most agix start. This is strange. Okay, I need to stop doing the same thing over and over again. Let me get onto the tube. Okay. I like agix maps, but they're never standard. Cool. Cool looking map. I hope it plays good after I'm able to get past the first couple corners. You want to, outer this? Ah, no, you don't make that corner. Yeah, tough turn. I agree. Oh, I made it. Outer tubes wide. Okay, you don't want to jump at all there. You're already way too high. Then I bet if you had speed, you could jump all the way into this downhill through that checkpoint back there. Oh, insurance boost. This is a strange map. Alright, having fun there, Nick? Looks like it. Alright, I feel like this is a map I could be good at, but it's gonna be learny. Main learning point, this first corner. Is it a wide setup? Yeah. It's a wide setup. It's basically, it's a smaller version of the green gleam turn, I think, the 270-degree turn. If you know that map from years ago. Oh yeah, man, if you had speed. So with the green gleam turn, it was wide entry, and then you're just hitting one apex, and it's the very final one, which I did a very bad job of showcasing. Okay, and I have 124. Oh, that was an interesting theory also. I bet I could get there with more speed. Yeah, 41.8 is the author time. I see a couple things that you could do. I saw some people trying a thing here. Coming around this corner and doing that. That might work. If I landed that with more speed, that might work. I'm curious about that jump straight also. Four minutes into the warm-up round now, and only a 44.0 has been put down, so not getting close to author time at all. You need 130 to make that jump, and then even then I think you need 134 to actually make it to the downhill landing. Based on the checkpoint 2 speed. Maybe with a better landing, maybe you can outer wall ride that. But then you'd have a really bad setup for the next section. That might be the strat. I can save a little bit more speed with a better landing there. Let's go out a tiny bit wide so that I can swing this around. Oh, man. Very slow up there. Oh, that was not the way to do that. What happened there? You just want to come off higher? I think you just want to come off higher. There's no other trick to that. Agix's previous Cup of the Day map, I had just played this recently. That one also has a very strong author time that I haven't beaten yet, so I imagine that 41.8 is pretty good. And also knowing agix, I'm absolutely sure there's a reference I am not getting with the deco of this map. Ooh, whoa, a little bit of air on that wall. It was scary. I don't like this ending. I don't know what to do here. I imagine if I get that landing clean, though, that's probably a pretty good time. Round is just put in a 43.4. Quick Racer 43.5. Yeah, I think that's the line. That felt very smooth. I forgot to go this way. Need to not get air there either. No. Need to not get air anywhere. It's very difficult to do. Just Mackie joined. All of the good players are here. This is probably the most stacked lobby we've had in a long, long time. Yeah, I agree, this is not noob friendly. But, you know, not every map is. 43 finishers so far, though. That's pretty good. This is not pro-friendly either. It's difficult to do some of these turns. Is this Sekiro? Let's see what agix says. Yay! Thank you, Nick, for saving the day. Of course Nick would know. Nick's played every video game known to man. So that, like, orange piece on the side I feel like is a safety piece. Like, you actually don't want to be landing on that. And I don't love my speed here, but I want to get another run. That was a little bit too far. That was like following the middle line. That was a little bit too high. Challenging first turn for sure, but one that I really like. And then this is kind of a learny jump to do that well. This is learny just to get the path over here. Oh, that was a nice landing though. There's a nice little transfer over that spot that I've been getting a lot of airtime on my prior runs. Yeah, that was pretty good. And I might as well just keep first person up to the end. Second place. Just behind the Kern Cobb, got Sad Doge up here, K2 Blue, better known as Hydro, Round and ZT, Quick Racer, Void, Mackie, Goose, Zeklord. Very stacked lobby. One more run in the warm-up round here. Yeah, as Quick Racer is saying. I think this already is the most stacked lobby we have seen in a long while. Cobb's just starting around, had just put in a 42.6, which is not yet author time, and he's not going to show me anything either. I don't know how much there is to be shown I think this corner you just want to take as much banking as possible. We got 49 players in here. Quick Racer 42.7. So current comp Quick Racer in the 42s. Not that close to author time yet. Very stacked lobby with many former Cup of the Day winners in here. Most people did get a time in the warm-ups last I checked, which is a little surprising given some of the unique transitions on this map. Whoa, style points. Heck yeah. This run isn't going to be good, but I really don't think it needs to be. I didn't check what the times were from others in the warm-up round, but I don't think there are going to be people going this fast. Under is my prediction, Orthros, by the way. 45.7 is 14th out of 49. That's fine. That's a couple seconds slow from my PB. I feel like most people probably don't know this jump, if I had to guess, which I just did very poorly also. But you want to jump kind of to the right. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess I'm not getting an improvement here. Has anyone gotten that jump yet? Asks RTube. I feel like he might be... Oh boy. Might be talking about that one I was trying earlier on. Going straight, but I don't think anybody's going for that route anymore. I don't know what speeds people are getting. But I'm not sure that's possible. Current though with the 43.2. Quick Racer at the 43.2. Which is 1.4 seconds off of author time. And we had, looks like 10 DNFs, not counting Mapper. I am a little surprised that this many people are finishing this track. But at the same time, based on the warm-up round, I'm not too surprised that this wasn't a huge DNF situation. .130. I don't think that's very much more. Maybe you make this jump, but I don't think you hit the downhill after that jump. So it's probably just not worth it. I mean, I can try on my next run. This is probably going to be a good run here. This part's really tricky also, because I just don't know how to judge it at all, that final drop down. Mackie with a 42. He's been in this lobby for like a couple minutes, and he's already got a 42. This is 128. I think this is the jump in question. Yeah, the answer is just no. Do I have enough time to finish this run? I might. If you do 2 43s, you might be able to do 2 runs and still reset at that jump. I do not need an improvement here, so maybe let's see what my speed is, and I might try that jump again. 130. Best speed I've had so far. There's that little hop there, too. Yeah, I just don't think that's feasible. Because this section here, because this is flat, so you need to jump past this checkpoint force field to even get a good landing. At that point, it's just going to be better to go this way because you're going to have more speed. Only 2 DNFs in round 2. 46.8 is the cutoff. That is... I mean, I had a very bad first round because I completely messed up the run. I should be getting 43s consistently, so that's probably not a threat to me. I hope not this early in the cup. First corner's kind of hard to judge also. Just gotta get used to it with time. 131. Best speed yet there. Oh, please get to the other side. Excellent. Good landing. Not entirely sure when the best time to switch over there is, because you want to get a lot of the banking on the left side of that road before you turn over to the right side. Ah. 43,250. Mackie again. Mackie actually set a 0.4, I guess, in the last round. I did not see that. Mackie already the fastest at this track with less warm-up than anybody else. I'm losing speed on the landing there. Not entirely sure why. I mean, how did I get the landing on my PD? Just kind of feels like I'm getting the same splits on every run. That was a dangerous wall. 43.4. I'm going to do another practice here. Oh yeah, because I'm not going to get to CP3, but I am just going to get to that jump. Burn Cobb with the 42.1. Super good time. Best we've seen by a long shot. Maybe you can land on that orange piece on the right side. If you jump far enough, if you have enough speed. There's that like banner there too that I'm not sure if that's going to be passed through or not. And a bunch of DNFs in round 3. More DNFs in 3 than in 2. I need to be able to get tight around that first corner. There's no reason not to, I think. At the end, you still have to be wide to set up, but at the end of that long left-hand corner. Oh, it's not passed through. Yeah, like that. Nice and tight at the end of the corner. Yeah, you might be able to land well on the orange there. It's like a very risky route to go for that, though. Just be careful not to hit the wall on the right, or you'll fall off and it just ruin the entire run. Not something you want to do 35 seconds into the run. Pretty consistent with the low 43s, not getting any better, which is unfortunate because the rest of the lobby is getting better. Nice, that was clean. Good speed there. Do I save speed actually by running out very far to the left because I'm not turning against the banking? Maybe. Maybe not. I have no clue. Credit to agix for making some real unique transitions on this track. That drop down right at the end there and that jump over the outer tube. Those are tricky. It's nice to have something unique to try to conquer in Cup of the Day. No DNFs this time. 45s being eliminated, it looks like. Top 26 in this round. Oh. Gonna be a slightly shorter cup with the 10 DNFs in the first round, but not that much shorter. Very wide. Wide gives you more speed, but it's a big time loss. And then it's dependent on whether you can keep the speed through the next part anyway. Yeah, see, that was okay. I didn't lose a whole lot of speed compared to what I had going into that jump. I mean, maybe if you land correctly there, maybe it's worth watching Mackie or Kern. see what they're doing. Maybe not on this round, though. Let's see what my time is. 43.9. That should be safe, yeah. Kern Cobb. Going into that jump. Do I find Mackie at the end? Okay. Kern and Quick Racer both, like, slightly hit that orange piece with their right wheels. Oh, Quick Racer, that was close. Not expecting to see much different here. Quick Racer goes a little higher, sets up for that corner better. Yeah, these guys are basically taking the same line I am at the end. Whatever allows you to land well over there is a good line. Yeah, Mackie kind of does it too, like two-wheel landing on the orange. Back here. And I don't think we're going to see anybody else come to that section of the track. Yeah, they're like kind of... That seems difficult to do, but we'll see. Round leads this round with a 42.4. Trying to say the name Round in competition is so difficult. K2 Blue eliminated, must have been with the DNF. I saw them not moving on the side of the track at the end there. I didn't think that they would have DNF'd. That's one big name getting knocked out. One of the multiple-time Cup of the Day winners. Okay, that was full four wheels on the orange, which is, I think, not... probably not as good if that's what none of the top players are doing. I'm alive somehow? Okay. That was the thing I just said not to do, like, last round. Not sure how I survived that. So based on the chat, it sounds like, as I predicted, the tube jump is one of the big things that people are struggling with here. Again, with just landing full four wheels on the orange. It's not bad. Oy. Oh my god, I hit the wall on both ends. I might be out here. This is very bad. Round and Kern don't have a time. I was 15th there. Round is gonna get a time. Kern Cobb probably gonna get a time. He doesn't usually DNF. Echidna coming up slowly though, so I don't think they're gonna snipe me. No Kern coming to the finish. Shady Nook is last second. He's able to get out. Oh no, he's not able to get out. Just gets a 44.6, and Kern Cobb DNFs. So back to back, K2 Blue and Kern Cobb. Two of the multiple-time Cup of the Day winners. Wow, I was right on the edge there. Okay. So that's a surprise. Kern Cobb, who has the record right now with the 42.1, is out. Author time still unbeaten by a fair margin. And yes, I'll try not to get 18th place again in this round. I could see how any player could mess up a lot of different parts on this track. For instance, the part that I messed up right here twice in a row in the last round. Lucky to survive there, needing the Kern Cobb DNF to get through to this round, but that was a much cleaner round for me. Almost personal best? Yeah, 43.0 is my best. Queen starts. Is that good? That might be really good. Yeah. Pretty much the higher you land on the landing after the tube, the better you're going to be, more speed you're going to have. Ooh, very good. Uptime and speed, and got a super clean corner. Should be PB by a lot. 42.6. Just like everybody else, it seems I am very inconsistent with my times. So why did I have so much speed at the end, though? Oh yeah, that was also really good. Yeah, you just can't make that jump, not with that little bump you get at the bottom. I don't think that's feasible. That might be a bait. 43 starting to get eliminated. Round goes out this round. Another multiple-time Cup of the Day winner eliminated. That's 3 rounds in a row. Well, only 1 round got eliminated, but 3 rounds in a row that... You get it. Oh, yeah, weird tube entrance. That might have been fine, actually. A little dangerous. I think I was very low on the tube at one point. Yeah, I'm a little down in speed here. We'll take this for now. This might be enough to get out. Probably is. Ooh, 42.1. New record from Maki. 42.17. I hit the wall again. I'm alive though, and I didn't lose too much with that. This is not a good run, but let's get 1 time on the board. Only 2 eliminations. 43.6 is borderline probably safe, but let's get an improvement. Oh, that was clean. Ooh, did I tap that wall? That was pretty clean also. This is an improvement, probably. Oh, that was kind of a strange turn. Let's see what that does to my speed. Not bad, not bad. Very close time split. This should be a 42. 42 triple eights. Where did the end of the track go? McCheesy crawling up the road might not be safe. Rad does get the snipe. Just barely, by 1/10 of a second. McCheesy and Sad Doge eliminated 13th, 14th. Couple more rounds with 2 eliminations here. Mackie looking like probably the favorite now with that world record. Of course, people have been DNFing. Let's see what happens. I don't think we've seen Mackie record a DNF in a long time, though. I also just said that about Cone Cobb, though, so... I don't know. Maybe I'll Castro Curse all of them. I don't know if it's good to take all of that tube. I don't think it is, not with that split. Because normally you want to, like, not steer too much in the tubes by driving on the sides, but in that case, it just feels like it takes so long to make that corner if you're going wide. It might be better to just full steer and save the time. Weird tube. Quick rates are pretty consistent with those 0.6s. Might be someone to look out for because others are not very consistent at the top. 132 speed. Pretty clean landing. I think go a little bit wide there to save speed, but then keep it kind of tight here. Just, I need to not get airtime though. Not that tight. That was a bad example. Okay. Not a good run there. Here comes Mackie not going to DNF. Sandals also last second not going to DNF. Mackie says he fumbled a 41. Rad, is he going to get a snipe again in the last second? He does! Knocks out Yanja and Ping. Rad, once again, coming in at the last second to get the snipe. Once again, 1/10 of a second to the elimination zone. And we're getting pretty close to needing 42s. I don't know, there were only 4 people with 42s in that round, but there were a lot of people with low 43s. So like that. Take a lot of that banking, come over here. Take a little bit of that, but not too much. And yeah, I'm down a little bit in speed, but pretty good time this... well, let's see. Still a 42, just barely. Could have been a lot better, though. Quick Racer, again with the 0.6. A bit more ominous 0.6 this time. A little wide. Good speed, though. Oh, you can, like, almost no-steer on that outer tube if you get the perfect angle. Nice. Kind of landed on the orange piece that time. That was pretty good. Good speed, also. Okay. And a good landing there. This is a good run. 730, 1/10 off of my personal best. Mackie with a 0.3, R2 with a 0.6 now. That's 2 rounds in a row that they've gotten a 42. Sandals in a bit of danger with that 45, but there are 3 people without a time right now. An actual Goose is one of them. They will get a time. Will Rad get another snipe? Doesn't look like it. YOLO and Rad, best frenemies, getting knocked out 9th and 10th. Apparently Sandals had quite the finish there. Lucky to get by with the double DNFs. One more round with 2 eliminations. A little wide, didn't like that setup. It's decent speed though. Goose cuts in early. Ow! It looks like Mackie was with me though, going wide to keep that banking. Whoa. Okay, wide there gives you +2 speed. Or super high landing gives you plus a bunch of speed. Nice, 128 there is really good. That was not entirely what I wanted to do. I'm not going to have time for 2 runs here anymore. But this should be a really good one. Took it a little bit safe on the final drop down. Just because I didn't want to throw it all away with a bad landing. 42.5 though, personal best. Just behind Mackie. Quick Racer though does a 0.4. I should be safe with that time, though. Interesting. So, yeah. So that time I did a tight turn 1, and it was like almost 3/10 up, but 3 speed down. When I go super wide, I have more speed. How wide do you want to go is the question. Oh, that was not better. Sandals, not so lucky this time, gets the DNF himself. And Alex gets eliminated as well at the 43.3, so not a lot of room for error anymore. Into the top 6 now, Mackie, Quick Racer, myself, and R-Tube, previous Cup of the Day winners. Zekwot and Goose are not. R-Tube asks, how do we beat Mackie and Quick Racer? I think we just hope they DNF like Kern Cobb and Hydro did. High jump, but that's still decent speed. Pretty good landing. I'll take this. Mackie's flying. I'll just follow Mackie's line as best I can. Oh, he goes super high there. What? So that gives him more speed, maybe, for the super slow section up here? Hard to tell with the run I was on. That is weird that he does that, though, because I did not agree with that line. But I would trust the guy who just put down a 42.1. Oh, he goes super low at the beginning, also. Interesting. And then way wide, taps the wall. Let's try that again, because I felt like my wheel got stuck on the wall there. Do gotta bring it in for that next section, though. Not the greatest jump, a little bit too far to the left there. Oh, too far to the right there. I'm gonna ignore Mackie's line and just kind of do what I have been doing, because I feel like that was working out better than me, and I might need an improvement here. Ah. 43-0 gives me that tiny bit of buffer ahead of Zeklord. Mackie comes in, no improvement. We do have an actual goose at the final second. Not enough of an improvement, still 1/10 behind Zeklord. So an actual goose eliminated in 6th place there. Everybody else doing 43-0 or better. That was 3 of us with the 43-0 there. It's definitely starting to feel like the speed of Mackie versus the consistency of Quick Racer. And then the rest of us are just along for the ride here. Oh, that looks nice, R-Tube. Very clean landing, way up high. Reset now while I still have time for 2 runs. Kind of just reverting back to old ways because I can't seem to get Mackie's line to give me green splits. Not the greatest landing, but it's decent enough speed. Whew. I was ducking there. Good time, good time. 42.6. Ooh, Quick Racer with the 0.2. Wow. See, I'm down speed that way. I got that one run where I just had crazy speed. Wow, that was the best landing I've ever gotten. This is very good speed. I should have just enough time based on when I reset. Went a little bit wider there, closer to the Mackie line. I am up speed here. This is personal best pace. Five, 6, 7. Is there an R-Tube? There is not. That is a DNF. Quick Racer wins this round ahead of Mackie, myself, and Zeklord. That was just barely... oh no, that was a personal best for me. Alright, top 4. Oh no, am I going to be cursed to finish 4th again? Not only cursed in 4th, but cursed to be right next to R-Tube at all times? It's a real possibility. Oh, that was an interesting line. Ah, the wall! Very nice start. Ah, oh no, I'm doing it to myself. Oh, Mackie got the 41. Not quite author time, but he did get that 41 finally. Nice. Good speed. I have time to reset here if I ever don't like anything. I don't like a 42.7. Reset. That's, I can't be more than 2/10 down on my personal best. Mackie trying an outer wall ride. Probably just experimenting because he's safe here. Okay, splits. Okay, good speed, good speed. That is about as bad as I can be. Okay, tight there, but I'm down too much in time. Hopefully this is a slightly better ending. Nope. Forever fourth again. What is that, my 14th, 14th fourth place finish here? In Cup of the Day. Not to mention numerous fourth place finishes in every other competition that happens in Zeepkist. Podium positions, Mackie, Quick Racer, and Zeklord. Zeklord does have a couple second place finishes. Mackie has 28 Cup of the Day wins, and Quick Racer has 5. A win here would put Mackie back tied with Kern Cobb for Cup of the Day wins. Mackie's probably had the best speed. I'd say he's been the favorite ever since Kern Cobb DNF'd. Slightly different lines there. Ooh, very different lines here. Quick Racer's doing a lot more like what I was doing. Keeping that a bit tighter on the tube. Everyone's got the same line there. All three taking their first run. Zeklord looks to be the slowest of the three. 42.6. Wow, gonna need a 42.1 to get out of this round. Zeklord, that is his personal best. Oh, not quite. It was a 6.69. Very close to his personal best already. Needs to find another half a second. He resets right behind Mackie here. Quick Racer also right behind these two. Zeklord tries the outer wall ride. Survives the first turn. I'm not sure if he's just far enough back for him to be able to see Mackie on his screen. Oh, did he hit that? Hard to tell from that angle, but Zeklord is eliminated with that reset. Mackie looking to improve, but it does not matter. Mackie and Quick Racer in the finals. Let's see if Mackie can get another 41 here. Oh, he does, and author time. First person to beat author time in the penultimate round of this cup. And that is really throwing down the gauntlet with Quick Racer. Put some pressure on. Can you get a 41, Quick Racer? Quick Racer has been fairly consistent here, but Mackie has had more speed overall. Let's see who can win in the finals. Mackie going for the outer wall ride again. Quick Racer does not. So Mackie has found that outer wall ride on the first portion of the corner to be faster. Quick Racer resets, taking that a little bit too tight. Mackie definitely landing as far to the right as possible, and resets as well. Quick Racer touches the wall there, and I think probably did what I did, got his wheel stuck a little bit. If he's got players on, he would have reset in a position to see Mackie go for that outer wall ride. I don't know if he would go for it himself, though, having already put down a 42.1. 134 speed there is insane. Ooh, Mackie clips that, and actually I think helped him. 132 is insane here. Wow. And Mackie's going to go up wide, as he usually does on this tube. Careful not to crash. That was such a tight corner. This is such a good run from Mackie. Up the hill now at the end. Still has enough time for a second run. 42.1. Let's see if Quick Racer is matching that. Does Quick Racer also clip the wall there? Is that an intentional thing they're doing? 131, so slightly behind Mackie in speed. Does go a little bit higher there, maybe taking inspiration from Mackie as well, trying to find any speed he can. Oh no, Quick Racer falls off the track though. maybe trying a bit too hard, and that is it. Quick Racer DNF in the finals. Mackie gets win number 29. Congratulations, just Mackie. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see the all the stats and results for Zeepkist Cup of the Day, I always link my spreadsheet in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!